Look, I gotta start being a professional. I've been an artist for too long. I've been precious. I've had feelings like a bitch. Like a bitch, I've had feelings. I've treated this podcast and my writing um, like my precious little loves. And what I've realized in life is what I need to do is to whore myself out more. I need to have no shame and display myself freely and produce things not because they're a labor of love, but because I am a prostitute of content and prostitute myself out um, for the sake of your entertainment and because my validation and sense of worth as a human being is dependent upon streaming numbers. So what that means in practical terms is, look, there's going to be breakfast as hell content on a weekly basis, and there is going to be writing content on a weekly basis. Which, if you're a podcast listener, I don't. They're separate endeavors, but I guess it's all sort of the same me. Um, yeah, look, every week I'm making something. Every week it's coming out. In 10 years, I'm going to look back and I'm going to say, I did something every week. I went down to the hotel and whored myself out every Saturday. No more feelings, baby. No more preciousness. No more artiste bullshit. It's all I'm a machine. I am the industrial consciousness actualized. I am I am a piston. I am an engine. I am a wheel. I am a wheel. A wheel of content. It's time to be a professional. It's time to go full weird. Full angry. It's time to drink 3 cappuccinos before 10 a.m. Pull out an AR and let it rip, baby. It's time. It's time to turn the heater on in the middle of summer. It's time to open up all the windows. It's time to stand in your underwear on the edge of the road, on your gravel road that you live off of, and every car that passes by, hold up a sign saying the election was stolen. It's time. It's time to get a nose piercing, and eyelid piercings, and finger piercings, and walk down to the local church for the Saturday night service and stand in the back with a bright neon shirt saying nothing. It's time to get a can of green paint and repaint the entirety of your cabinets green with white trim, then to get a surgery to lighten your skin so that people start using you as a reflector in cases of extreme low visibility. It is time. It is time to have your alarm be the sound of your own scream. It is time to record yourself dreaming, then to play back the sound of your dreaming through all your waking hours. It is time. It is time to drink water and refuse to drink it if it has not been boiled. It is time. It is the time. It is the time to have a couch that you sit on when you're dirty and you need to take a shower, and another couch that you sit on when you're clean. It is time to take water, to take orange juice, to take syrup and mix them in a bowl, mix them in a bucket, and use them to mop your floors so that when you walk to and from the bathroom, there is zero risk of you slipping because of the stickiness. It is time. It is time to leave the doors of your fridge open, to light a fire at noon every day and burn an offering to Krishna. It is time. It is time. It is time. Look, it is time. What else is it time for? It's time to clip. It's time to clip. It is time to look out the window, see trees, and wonder how long have the deer been watching you. It is time to go down to a photo store, take 50 pictures of yourself, and remove all the pictures from the walls and replace them with 50 different images of you. It is time. It is time to go to a Wendy's. Order a Frosty and a bag of fries and a coffee, sit there for 5 hours, and halfway through it, go into the bathroom and do a costume change. It is time! It is time to look up to the sky, shirtless, and scream, "I'm loving it." It is time! It is time to take your curtains and douse them in gasoline and walk around with a lit lighter in your hand and see how close you can get to self-immolation. It is time. It is time to start speaking in Pig Latin, refusing to write anybody in any language other than Czech, and sleep standing up. It is time. It is time. It is time to be done with millennials. And I'm done with millennials, man. Oh, my word. Millennials. I'm a millennial. I tell you what's been getting me about millennials, man. What has been driving me nuts? Oh, man. Is there anything worse than LinkedIn? Is there anything worse than LinkedIn? Is there anything worse than an insecure 32-year-old woman who starts a blog, which she labels as ramblings on health and technology, but which is really her emotional release valve, but which she can't own her emotions, and so she just sort of hides her emotions under a veneer of intellectuality. Is there anything worse? Is there anything worse than an overweight 35-year-old man who, when you talk to him in a bar, talks about his career? Is there anything worse? Is there anything worse than people who want to be respected as a professional? Is there anything worse? Oh man, the word career. Is there anything worse than someone 28, who just read an Atlantic article about why, I don't know, trees are really a reinforcer of white supremacy, and then has the need to come to you? Is there anything worse than someone who adopts Cocker Spaniels, fear of lightning, as their new cause, at the same time that there is a Saudi incursion into Yemen, in a country that propagated mind control attempts via MK Ultra on its own citizens? Yes, please. Let's not talk about MK Ultra. Let's not talk about the fact that we knew 9/11 was going to happen, but our intelligence agencies refused to coordinate with each other, and so we failed to prevent it. Let's not talk about our enabling of autocratic dictators across the world throughout the 20th century in order to reinforce our own power. No. We need to talk about Cocker Spaniels and air travel and pronouns. Let's not talk about anything important. Let's not talk about anything that matters. Let's have some 26-year-old coastal graduate whose biggest experience of life were 3 months she spent in southern Spain sucking the cock of some 40-year-old literature professor with a penchant for quoting Updike about what the real problem in the world is. Let's ask her. She's the opinion we need to hear from. She's the voice that knows where justice is to be found. Fuck a janitor who's seen the love of his life marry another man, who's seen his friends have children, who's had a child himself. He has to go visit on every other Saturday because his ex-woman he met in the bar once is a psycho. And like the highlight of his, someone who has nephews and nieces and has seen the world. I don't know. Jay doesn't usually see the world. He went to Nashville once, and he still talks about it 20 years later. No. This guy who's lived a life. Fuck him. What I need is someone who was raised in a bubble, went to school in a bubble, went to college in a bubble, and now lives in a bubble, telling me how Cocker Spaniels are the issue of the moment, and does it on a blog about technology and living, because it's for her career, because her and everybody else in my generation understands nothing but career, because they are desperate for validation and only understand validation through professional success. That's their whole existence. And they go to therapy and they're like, my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister. No, bitch, it's you. It's you. Own your shit. You are too much of a pussy to go back to Spain. You are a wimp who is afraid. I have an overactive thyroid. I'm a guy, and I'm full up on SSRIs and Xanax. Oh, I drink in the evenings, and I'm always on my phone. I'm always on my phone, but it's my mom's fault. It's my dad's fault. I once had a teacher pull me into the office when I was 10 and yell at me for the way I answer the phone. And so none of my problems are now my fault. By the way, my entire identity is defined by the opportunity to earn income. I'm fucking done with millennials, man. I'm done with them. I'm done with them, bitches. Give me Zoomers. I'm telling you right now, I want a Zoomer millennial war. I don't give a fuck. Don't worry about the boomers. The boomers won't do shit. They're going to comment on Facebook. We don't need to worry about the boomers. I want Gen Z versus millennials on a battlefield. I want all-out intergenerational war. I'm tired of it. Who's truly the superior generation? The depressed people who think the world is ending in every place and every time, everywhere, or the people who have no personalities except their potential to make income? All right, well, we're coming up on 15 minutes, so thank you. Have a good one. Bye.